All right. And we are live. Hey, what's up? Y'all know it's your girl Ash. Y'all know the create. See, I can't even get it together today. Y'all know it's your girl Ash, the creator of Black Girl Interrupted. And y'all already know who I got to my right. No, to my left. To my right.
Yeah, you're right. What up?
Don't
What
let them
up?
know who you are.
Big Brother Will, Black Male Podcast at ADHD Hour Podcast. What's going on?
Hey, brother, big brother Will. How you doing today, babe?
Good. I'm good. I'm doing great. I'm not. I can't even complain because I'm not in the position y'all in out there in Texas. So I have nothing to complain about. Y'all going through it down there.
Man, we won't even talk about what's going on down here in Houston. I mean, they really they not looking out for us. They did not. The way that they handled this situation really truly could have been handled a lot better than what they did. It's still a lot of people out here that have no power, no water. You have some people that have power, no water. You have people that have power. I mean, water, no power.
Hmm.
Today my I don't know if a pipe bust or whatever, but I woke up this morning. I woke up at like 8:30, and I was in my bed, and so I got up and I went in the living room. Like I washed my face, brushed my teeth, got up, went in the living room, laid across the couch, turned the TV on. I was watching TV, and before you know it, I had dozed back off. Maybe this was maybe about 9:30,
Hmm.
10 o'clock. So like about 11:15, 11:20, I was like, why is my blanket wet? So I look up, and the above my ceiling, well, above my sofa, where the ceiling, water was leaking out. So I was like, okay. And I was like, maybe I'm tripping. So I look again, and I'm like, why is it like splecks of water going across the wall? Of course, I had my ceiling fan on.
Hmm.
The water was coming from the ceiling fan. I mean, it was literally raining in my living room. So I called the leasing office. She was like, oh, I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna come look. What are you looking at? Lady, bring me a plumber. Don't come look
Yeah,
at nothing. Bring somebody to come
some
fix
maintenance
this.
people. Yeah, exactly.
Cause you looking at this, it's
Oh yeah,
not gonna
that's
do anything.
water.
I
That's
mean,
water. That is water.
so she was like, oh no, it's the sprinkler system. Like whenever there's a fire in the apartment, the little thing. I said, no, ma'am, it's not. It's a pipe. So I should have uploaded the picture so y'all can see the pictures. It's not too late for me to do it. But anywho, I'm like, what more could go wrong? So they sent the people to come in and soak up the water in the living room. So now I have no power in the front.
Hmm.
The power sockets don't work.
Yeah.
It's maybe one, two, three power sockets in here that work, and those are the ones in my bedroom. One in my bathroom. I done had the nigger rig some stuff because I had to run a cord. I had to connect like 6 different extension cords so I could put a lamp in my kitchen so I could go in there and cook.
You got gas. You got
Electric.
damn. Yeah.
So my mama was like, so I just cut my heat back on because I was scared to cut the heat on because I was like, oh Lord, I don't want to set nothing on fire in here. But I had to because we got this hard freeze that's coming through tonight all the way till Saturday.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, y'all boy Ted Cruz then went to Cancun on y'all ass.
oh, he back. They say he back.
Yeah, because he wasn't gonna come back. They didn't ashamed him to come back up through there.
But the thing about it was, we down here in a crisis. Why are you going to Cancun? We down here in a crisis. Do you know Monday night? No, I'm sorry. Monday morning, the power went out at like 7:30 Monday morning.
Hmm.
So I had no, the power just came on yesterday. I had water, but no power. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. Maybe the power will come back on Tuesday. So I was in it. Like I did not sleep. Like I was up to like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning because I would come up here. I fixed me some like tuna fish and stuff that because the power was out. So I would go sit in my car for like maybe 30, 40 minutes so I could warm up. So finally, when like it was like maybe 6:15, 6:30, I opened the blinds and I was able to, I was laid down. I had on like maybe three pairs of pants. I had on like full shirts. I had on a sweatshirt. I had on my little light jacket. I had on my coat. I had socks for my hands, for gloves. Oh yeah, I was making it do what
Oh
it do.
yeah, 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 exactly.
I was making it do what it do, y'all. Y'all know. I sure was. I was making it do what it do. But I mean, for the most part, um, I'm blessed that I have some power. The water is back on. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Um, like I say, Houston, we're preparing for another hard freeze that's coming through tonight, all the
Yeah,
way till Saturday, and then it's supposed to warm up on Sunday. So y'all
that's
know right now I'm really just, the show had to go on, So to my viewers, to all my supporters, your girl was coming through. I don't care if I would have had to go sit outside and plug some plugs up outside. We was doing Black Girl Interrupted tonight.
no freeze out
We
there.
was gonna do it. So
No
just
freeze.
want y'all to know that's just how dedicated I am to the show. Um, this is my passion, and I just want to, to let everybody know. Thank y'all for all the love, for the messages that y'all have sent, for the text messages, the phone calls, the DMs, and people letting me, offering for me to come to their homes. I do appreciate all of that. So much love to y'all. Much love to y'all. Other than that, brother, how you feeling tonight?
I'm good. Like I said, I cannot complain, man. I'm work, you know, came home, ate, sat around for a little while, and just came up here. Came up here to talk to the folks today. That's what I came to do. Talk to the peoples.
I know it. I know it. Let's talk to the folks. Let's go on and jump on into the conversation tonight. Lord. But anywho, I do want to say thank y'all for tuning in Tuesday for Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday. No, I did not give up anything for Lent,
Hey,
not even alcohol.
uh, yeah, you need alcohol right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Oh yeah, because I think I'm gonna go to the liquor store tomorrow. Uh, so I can be ready
Mm,
for this ugly freeze
crazy.
that we got coming through here. So let's go ahead. Let's jump on into it.
Make up the
Woo!
breakup.
Make up to break up. Uh huh. Uh oh. Oh, come on now. Oh,
I was about to
all
say,
right.
what the
There
hell?
we go.
Out and went out in the damn studio. What the
Man.
pitch dark?
Woo! Please don't take. Oh my goodness. So tonight, y'all, we talking about makeup to break up. That's my song, though.
Mm,
So, brother, how many of them break up to make up to break up relationships have you been in?
mm. Two. Nah, hold on. Yeah, yeah, two, two. I want to say two. Yeah,
You got to think about it for a
yeah,
moment.
because I've had a couple of situations that then swung back around, the boomerang thing, but it wasn't no breakup, and then got back together right there after it. So only those two situations. When I was young,
Man, I'm a.
puppy love, you have that kind of craziness going on when you're young.
You're right about that. You ain't told not one lie, brother. Not one lie. That these old makeup to breakup relationships. Oh, I've had
Uh oh, uh oh. Come
maybe
on,
three,
three. Okay,
maybe three,
hmm
maybe. Let
maybe.
me see. My daughter's father, my ex.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like three. I've had three, like makeup to breakup relationships. I've had three. I don't understand what makes us. Like, why? Like, what
Sex,
makes you keep?
sex good afterwards, and that's what it is. Then he's like, "Oh shit, I'm back in a relationship. Oh damn, he he did that extra move that time. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. I swear, it's gonna be different with his
Ooh,
back
that
and
was
shit."
a new stroke.
Mm-hmm. That stroke was a little bit longer this time. Hold on. Where you get that little extra? Where you get the extra from? Where the extra come from? Mm,
Woo! Oh, so he done flipped me around like an acrobat. Okay, all
Look,
right.
he didn't look.
Oh,
He got aggressive. He grabbed me by my neck. Oh shit! That was. Oh, he had me posted
I'm
out.
in love again.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Woo, man.
done fell in love again.
Mm-hmm.
OMG, baby. That makeup to breakup, boy. If that ain't the most toxic shit ever,
Yep, definitely is.
whoo, boy. But we do it. I mean, we do it. We go through and I don't know. I don't know, brother. So let's go on to the first question. Let's jump on in. So, brother, what does make up to break up mean? What's your definition of making up to break up?
I think a lot of people. I think people know it's not there no more. Like the love really ain't there, or if it was there, but it ain't there no more. But the whole situation is good for some reason. It feeds you. There they go, the sex or whatever you getting out the situation. You can get a little extra out the situation. Be it that he start paying attention to you, taking you places, doing things that you want him to do. And you control the situation. So I think that for a lot of people, it's about control. The best
So,
sex.
Keish,
Hmm.
our CEO of Colors by Keish says the best is she said that's the best sex though. Oh yeah, and I am wearing press tonight. Press,
Stop.
press,
Press.
press, press,
Stop.
press.
Press.
Actually, don't need no stress.
Oh,
I put it on for tonight because I've been stressed all day. Girl, you know it. I didn't cuss the lady out downstairs.
mm. Oh, the lady came look
Too much.
at your waterfalls.
She had this on there. She said because it's so good. I
Mm.
know that breakup to makeup that do be the best sex though. I ain't gonna lie. We just said that like we didn't did a whole nother position. He didn't gave me a couple of extra strokes. He didn't lick me one kind of way. He didn't man. He didn't woo. Oh no. So yeah, so brother, so my makeup, what does makeup to breakup mean? Or I should have worded it the other way. Breakup to makeup.
Break up to make
Cause
up.
I'm tired of your shit. Like I'm tired of arguing with you. I'm tired of going back and forth. I'm tired of the up and down with you.
Mm-hmm.
But then you call me, or and you like, babe, I'm sorry. I know
Nice.
I was wrong. Or and then that's that moment where I'm like, you know what, babe, I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to, talk to you that way. I didn't mean to scream at you. I was just so angry. Then
Mm-hmm.
before you know it, you bent over butt naked on the
Panties,
balcony at your house.
panties off. Whoop. She just slipped
Before
out.
you know it. Before you know it, you bent over.
Mm-hmm. Them damn hormones. He start saying the right thing, and then he touch that spot. He know what your spot is. He already know what that spot is. He gonna touch that spot. Next thing you know, boy, stop. You
You
need to
so
stop.
crazy.
Play
Stop
too much.
playing. I'm so mad at you. Don't do this.
Play too much. Stop. Stop. I'm not. I'm not playing with you. I'm not. It be that weak swing. It don't be no. It don't be no power to that swing.
It be that.
That should be weak
Stop.
as shit. Boy, stop.
It be that you. Stop. And then before you know it, you on. I'm on my knees
Look.
in front of you.
Looking back
Before
and
you know
everything.
it.
Mm-mm.
Before you know it, you're taking my temperature
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
orally.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just all goes down from there. I mean,
98.6. Yes, 98.6. Mm-hmm.
right. That
It's about the right
he
temperature.
say
Mm-hmm.
the thing in the back of the throat. I'm telling you,
Mm.
they're using it for a punching bag before you know it.
Mm.
But that makeup to break up, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Sometimes it could be good, because sometimes you do need that break. Sometimes you need to go and you need to chill out for a little bit. He need to go chill out for a little bit. Then y'all collectively decide, hey, is this something we are we gonna do it this time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Keisha, I
I
said
think
that. Oh, but it's
it's toxic.
absolutely toxic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And baby, we gonna get right on into that. It's absolutely toxic, but it's just we can't help it. And that's both men and women. We
Yeah.
can't help. We like that back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people love the back and forth, the breaking up. You go date other people, she go date other people, but then y'all are still sleeping together while y'all are collectively seeing other people.
Mm-hmm.
Or was that just me?
No, I think.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's not just you. Like I said, younger. I think younger it happened when you're young because you're trying to prove a point. That's that whole. That's that whole struggle and stuff. That damn battle. That battle for dominance in the relationship. And then, oh, I'm gonna show you something. And then as a dude, right, being with a girl, and then she'd be like, no, look, I'm dealing with somebody else. Then now you mad. The dude, he can't take that shit most of the time. He can't he can't take it. So yeah, he get
So
he
what's
start he
so
started
would
to
you consider that? Is that like something like maybe what's the movie? The water roses or the bat something
mm,
almost like that, I guess, so to say, because they were real toxic in
yeah, I think
that
yeah,
movie.
it'd be like I say, when you young, like I think when males are young, they are uh we don't have any boundaries when we're young. Like we just,
Hmm.
we could do whatever, And I think females trying to prove a point more than anything. So it's like I said, it's a constant back and forth, a struggle of the sexes, so to speak. And then the first person to bow down is, they got it. They win. So, you know, that's what it be. Y'all be breaking hard and we be like, okay, I'm a man. I'm gonna be a man. So we see you out with that with another nigga, then it's a problem. It's a problem. Or y'all see us out with another female, then it's a problem. It's a
Oh,
problem.
because we running up.
Yep.
We
Y'all
we
running
we,
up.
we like this. Up.
She don't look.
Hello.
Now I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to
Hello.
her. You better get her.
You better let her know who I am.
Hmm. Yeah. Don't
And
let
and
y'all have no kids together too, because y'all got kids together. That's even worse. That amp with the up the ante on that one.
that's now that's
Hmm.
that's when the police have to be called. We got to call the SWAT, uh, the ATF. Who else we need? We need the FBI, babe. We need the first 48. We
Hmm.
need all of them. We gonna need night watch after a while.
Yeah. You need the news people on scene. Hey, y'all need to come out here to get this thing live because y'all gonna y'all gonna watch a crime in the process.
Cause cause baby, let me tell you, they about to tear it down in the Waffle House, sir.
Mm.
Cause that's where everybody go after they leave the club. Everybody
After the
go to the
club,
Waffle
after the
House.
club.
And everybody go to the same Waffle House. That's the
Yep.
thing. Everybody goes to the same Waffle House. So
Mm.
you're gonna run into your dude, or
They
you're gonna run
all
into
do
your
it
lady
together.
in that Waffle House. And guess what? Before you know what, they tearing it down. They don't never go to IHOP and cut up. They
Nope.
always go to the Waffle House and cut up.
I think it's something just somebody got a memo there. Waffle House is where they let you get it in at. They got all that open space over there, over there in front of the register and everything, and by the stools and all that, by the bar stools. Got all that open space, nothing but air and opportunity.
And baby, they be back there flipping them pork chops, cooking. Talking about ain't got nothing to do with me. And still be cooking. But
I
yeah,
gotta,
but
I gotta get
that's
this order up. Gotta get this order up.
we got to call in order. We got to make sure
Yep.
they food is ready. But yeah, that makeup to that breakup to makeup to breakup. Boy, 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 boy. Whew. So brother, so let me ask you:
What up?
is breaking up to making up a good idea?
Mm.
Let's think about this question first before we answer this.
I'm gonna stick to my original answer. It depend on the age. It depend on age because when you grown, sometimes you can't see eye to eye. So you might have to part ways for a little while and reassess the situation. Maybe something going on that you need to get your life straight. You need to focus on yourself. So that could be healthy in that state. But when you're young and you got just nothing but hormones, it ain't never good when when it's just hormones going on. But when you're trying to work on yourself, you could have two people that love each other, and for whatever reason they still can't get it together because we're separate folks. I mean, you have your background, I have my background. I think I know what's best, how to handle things, and you think you know what's best. And I think in the absence of each other, as long as like not fighting anything going on, in the absence of each other, I think we can have clarity because when you together, you want to kind of force your will on somebody else. You know why you're together because we together we should be doing this or we should be doing that. But in the absence, you start to think about, man, maybe that's not that big a deal. You start to think about things clearly because you're not close on that situation. You're not right there. But it depends. I mean, then we got to talk about marriage too. So in a marriage, do you think that's a good idea or not?
Right. So let's go back. So let me say this. I have to definitely agree with what you just said because the generations now are totally different.
Hmm.
You know, now people are just breaking up and this, at the first argument, they done. So
Hmm.
nobody, I mean, you do still have some people that are doing the back and forth, the makeup and breakup and all that, but now it's like you can't even break up with nobody these days. You can't break up with nobody. I was looking, somebody has shared a post of a young lady. I want to say this was in Dallas.
Hmm.
The girl was over with the guy. Like she had was breaking up with him, and the dude flashed out, went over there, killed her mom, and then killed himself. He was a little football player.
Yeah.
So I mean, when it comes to that making up and breaking up, I'm like you.
Yeah. It's crazy with that situation though. It's like um boys are not taught to deal with their emotions. So, when it gets to that raw emotion, um, I think maybe if he had a man in his life, I don't know. He might have, but I don't, it doesn't sound like it. If a man would let a boy know that you have to have a level head at all times. Yeah, you feel this emotion. You're human. You're gonna feel emotion, but the difference is to think through your emotions. Um, get distance from the situation. Think about it. Weigh out your weigh out your pros and cons of the situation. It's that was pure emotion, and like I've told like females I've dealt with that that's not a good place. Like I know that about myself. I'm a grown ass man, so I know that about myself. I know
Mm,
that when I was younger, that me being close up on the situation, acting out of pure emotion, is not something that I do well. Like and it's something you're not gonna want me to do. So if I'm leaving out the situation, we arguing whatever, and I'm leaving, just let me go. Like that was a situation with my
right,
son's mother, my first son's mother. Like she would not let me leave, and it always turned out to pushing, like, okay, get out my way, and her trying to grab on me and all this other stuff. So that's what the toxic stuff was at because she didn't want me to leave, but I'm trying to get distance from the situation. So it won't be a problem. So I won't be in jail. So so we won't be around there fighting or nothing like that. But it's sad that um I've seen several cases like that, where the man killed a woman, and the kids. And it's like, okay, you don't even think about like there's a tomorrow. You know,
Right.
y'all could have broke up today, but there's a tomorrow. If you go deal with yourself, go deal with the situation, the problem, and it might get better. I mean, you could get back together possibly, and if not, hey, you'll still be okay. There is a tomorrow, but
And just to continue on with that statement you just made when you said you guys could possibly get back together, let's go. Let's What are we breaking up for? You know what I'm saying? What's the issue? And a lot of people, when they say let's just chill out for a little bit, we automatically assume, we as women automatically assume, oh, he's going to be with another woman.
yeah.
And some men automatically assume, oh, she must have an eye on another man. No, at the end of the day, we are needing to um get ourselves together collectively. So
Mhm,
if we are going to try to find our way to get back together, we know what caused us to break up or separate the first time or the
mhm,
second time, however many times, because baby, that's like a whole cycle
mhm,
right there, But I'm like you, cooler heads always prevail. But I was that type of person, and I won't say all women, but I know for me that whenever we got into it, and he was trying to go, no, I want to talk about it. What you
mhm,
leaving for? What's up? Because I had to get the final. I had to have the final say,
mhm,
and that's typically how us women are. We want the final say. We don't want to end it like that. With you leaving, because I don't know what you're going to do. Or, oh, you must be going to be with another female or something, and that's how we think. So I don't think making up, breaking up to making up. I mean, it has its pros and its cons. Like I said, it all depends on what are y'all breaking up for. What happened?
mhm,
That could easily go back to, was somebody cheating?
mhm.
You
Yeah.
know,
You think? I mean, so I don't think right away if somebody was cheating, I don't think they was be thinking about getting back together. I don't think that's on their mind. They gone. They ain't thinking about leaving. But I think.
not all the time, because you may have some that break up
Mhm,
and 2-3 weeks later they right back together because he didn't apologize or she's apologized and say, oh, it's not gonna happen again. I really truly love you. I did it because of XYZ, and then they back together. I got a
mhm.
homegirl.
I'm saying why they broke up. When they first break up, they ain't thinking about getting back together. Yeah, as time go on, it's like that start feeling that itch. They lay in the bed by themselves. They ain't nobody. They can't turn over, and that's when that come back together. But that's an
And like
after.
I and that could only be a couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
That could be a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that could be like, say me and you in the club, and I see you with another chick, and I don't know what I just see you. You in a female ear like this.
Yeah,
That could
yeah.
be your. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But here we go. We arguing. We don't talk for the whole day. This could be on Monday. No, this is Friday. Then
Mm-hmm.
we don't talk till Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending you a text. Oh, you ain't got nothing to say. Oh, what's up? Oh, you don't want to clear. Oh, and then here come, and then here you go. Well, you know what? Let's talk about this in person, babe. Man, you tripping, man. Let me
Yeah, get
come
that
over.
call late at night. That call after 11. Hey, I think we need to talk about this right here because this ain't right. That nigga know damn well after 11, they ain't talking about nothing that happened during the day. Hell no.
We not talking about playing no checkers. We
Nope.
not talking about playing no spades.
Mm-mm.
We talking about playing Twister.
Yep. Naked twister.
I was just about to say that's the one you buy in the store.
Nope. Your own version. The personal twister.
Or that's the one that, or no, that's the phone call you get when you're leaving the club, man, I'm finna come through and talk to you, man. Man, you tripping, boo.
You was looking good in the club. You was looking real
Man,
good.
why you be in there tripping like that? Like, why you be doing all of that? And that's me telling you, man, who is that? You all up in her ear like this. And for it, you like, man, come here, man, why is you tripping? Then you holding at this point, y'all holding our hands.
So you won't move. Let me go. Let me go. Next thing you hug her. You hug her, and now you close. Now she feels something rise, and you be like, "Oh, there you go. You messed up.
And
Now
you
that's
smelling
it.
good.
That's it. It's over."
I done just got out the shower. I'm smelling good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking good because I got on them little shorts you like for me to wear.
Yep.
That's how I go.
And we back together.
That's that toxic shit. I told you that's that.
Back
That's
together.
what's the word? Toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
Toxic. Y'all know the word. Y'all know what I'm saying. But that be that right there. You
Mm-hmm.
know. But I mean, like I say, is it a good idea? I guess it just all depends on the circumstances.
Yeah, the circumstance where y'all at in life.
Yeah. Now, in my younger days, we could break up to make up and all that, but now we break up. Let's just break up. Let's be done with it because we too old to keep playing. I was looking at a post. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine, he shared a post on Instagram,
Mm.
and when I tell you, if this does not ring so true, it says this is the picture. He say enters the talking stage for the 50th time. Let me see if y'all can see
Yeah, bring it up, son. Ah, yeah, yep. That's what you get. That's what you get. Late night. Hey,
it.
hey,
Hey, you're
hey.
cute.
Hi.
Hi, hey, hi.
Hey,
I
big
mean,
head. Hey, big head.
right. So he was like, I just started back trying to date in January. He said, I'm over it already. So I
Mm-hmm.
commented, I say the accuracy of this post.
Mm-hmm.
We tired of starting over. So I
Yeah.
think that's why a lot of people just stay and just go instead of breaking up and doing a back and forth, a break up to make up. Cause hell,
Mm-hmm.
you tired of trying to figure out what somebody's favorite color is, or what your favorite food is, or what do you like to do on the weekends? Like, do you drink?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Where you work? We tired of that.
Pet
So I think that,
peeves, would set you off. All kind of other stuff.
are you single? How many baby mamas do you have? Or how many baby daddies do you have? How old are your children?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you work at? What do you do for fun? Who's your favorite singer? Who's your favorite rapper? I'm so tired of that. Let's just go on a vacation and get to know each other after the vacation.
After vacation, let's cut to the chase. Let's cut to
Let's
it.
just go fuck on the first night.
Mm.
Let's skip all the stuff in between. Let's just get right onto it. Come on to the house and let's do it. We can get to know each other later. Let's skip all that extra. But when I saw that post, I was like, the accuracy. That's
Mm-hmm.
so true.
Mm-hmm.
People are tired of starting over. That's why I say I think a lot of people when they break up and make up, they do it just because they know the other person ain't going nowhere.
Or they get out there and they start getting on the market, or they start getting them dating apps, swiping and stuff, and ain't getting nothing. Like, damn, I could have stayed where I was at if I'm gonna get all this shit. So yeah.
Right, right. That's the comfortable. You just comfortable. You complacent. You like, whatever. I don't
I
want to be
know
with
this
nobody.
problem. Mhm.
What you say, brother?
I know this problem. This is a problem I know. I don't know the problem out there. I don't know what they got going on out there, but I know what this is. Yeah.
And like I say, we tired of trying to get to know people all over again. So I think, that breaking up to making up or making up to break up, however you want to word it, that's what people are doing. That I mean, especially, the people in our age range. Hell,
Yeah.
we to the point where we whatever.
Mm.
I don't want to get to know nobody else. We tired of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you break a certain age, 40 something years old, it's like, okay, why am I trying to learn anybody else? I'm looking towards retirement. I'm looking for somebody I could just stomach being with every day and seeing their face every day and deal with their foolishness. They just like they could deal with my foolishness, and we cool.
And we're not doing that. But we like I say, we're not doing that no more.
Mm-hmm.
We like I say, that goes back to, our topic when we were talking about commitment.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody wants to do that anymore. Like you say, everybody just, you know what? Oh, you want to be come on. We just gonna make it work. Oh, you ugly? Come on. It don't matter.
Make this thing work.
Let's do something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do something to make this pop. Let's do something to make this shake. Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go get no, I really don't. Like, I look at myself now, brother. I'm 43.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't know if I want to be. I think maybe I just want friends. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't think I want to be in a relationship with anybody. Because I don't have time for that, like that making up to breaking up and arguing. I don't have time for all of that. Because
Mm-hmm.
the first argument we get in and you go, don't you come back in this door. But like, stay, go away. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Now, when I was in my 20s, yeah, I had the energy for that. But now, I don't have the energy for that.
I think that's part of having energy, having the patience and everything for that. Once you've been through this for 15 years, you've been through the same thing, dealing with different people. It's like, okay. And plus, you got to think about this: your needs and your wants change too. Also, when you get older, so where you used to look for everything in your 20s, you wanted all the boxes checked. Now you get to your 40s, late 40s, 50s, like, okay, you got a pulse. Okay. Oh, you got a okay, and it's a good pulse. Okay, all right. You got to take a blue pill. Okay, all right, that's cool. All right, all right.
Go and get you two of them gas station pills.
Yeah, go ahead and get the pills. Go ahead and get the pills. At least I can schedule what day I have to, be ready for you.
Take
Yeah,
it when you're on your way home from work. So by the time you get
right.
home and take your shower, you'll be ready.
You be ready.
The little pill I
It's
have,
real.
I have already kicked in. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more so. And then, the older we get, the more set in your ways you get.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like your tolerance level, it ain't like it used to be. You could tolerate so much, but then after a while, you like, you know what? Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to do this. Yeah, this a wrap. This a wrap. Like, I'm gonna need you to go and go
Mm-hmm.
and not come back. That's pretty much where we are. I had one guy. So he sends me a message like maybe 2, 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he from New Orleans. He's
Mm-hmm.
he's a nice looking guy, very handsome, and he's in his 40s. So he sends me a DM and was like, I'm gonna be your husband.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Man, see, you claiming it.
Never had a conversation with this dude. Like, we had never had a conversation. He
Mm-hmm.
would like stuff I posted on Facebook, but in regards to us like talking on the phone, never had a conversation. So let me tell you the conversation.
It's claiming
I
you.
will not reveal his name, but I'm gonna tell you the conversation. So he sends me, no, I'm sorry, this was like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
A month ago. I lied. So it was a month ago. He said, I'm gonna be your husband. I say, is that so? He said, yes. I say, what makes you think that? Because I saw it. Plus, I love your freckles.
Okay.
I say, thank you, love. I say, what do you mean you saw it? He said, I saw us. I say, in a dream or in a reading. He say, no, I picture me loving you. I say,
Oh,
is that so? He say, yes. I say, is that the alcohol talk?
Lord. What you on over there? I think I need to join you. What you on?
Okay, what you smoking?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he was like, LOL. He said, LOL, I don't drink. I was like, are you in Houston? And then he changed it. He was like, I had 3 beers, LOL. And I was like, you are so funny. So he gave me his phone number and was like, call me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've had maybe 2 conversations on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to go out on a date. We were supposed to go bowling. Like, we were going to go eat and go bowling, but I don't know what happened with that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, I was being funny, y'all, on Facebook. So I made a post. I was like, who gonna let me come get in a bed or something like because it's cold. So he was like, me, you got 50 people over at your house. Who?
Hey,
That's
you
what I mean when I say,
put
baby, I
it
don't
out
have
there.
time for that.
Put it
I'm
out
too
there.
old for that. Either you want to link up and hang out or you don't. Like I don't have time to play with you, future husband, as you call yourself.
Your future husband. You claiming
He
it.
told me he was gonna be my husband. That's what he told me.
You claiming it. They say you're supposed to claim what you want.
How you gonna claim what you want? We ain't hung out. We He used to text me every morning, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even do all of that. Like we don't even talk on the phone, no nothing. So I mean, like I say, my patience is about I don't have time for that. Either you're interested or you're not. Because what I don't do is I don't chase men. But then again, but you know what? Let me stop. Because I know some of y'all men be wanting us ladies to shoot our shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometime, but you gotta. I'm gonna tell you why. Right. Women don't always wanna. I'm independent. All this other stuff and equality and all that. So dudes just sit back like, okay, y'all preaching equality. What's more equal than a woman shooting a shot? You don't want to do traditional no more. So hey, we giving y'all a chance to be equal.
But I think the reason we don't shoot our shot, the fear of rejection.
And that's crazy though. That's crazy because men get rejected every day. Ever since they've been, dealing with females or trying to go after females, shoot they shot, they get rejected every day. So they learn to deal with that. But that's what equality looks like.
But with us women, like sometimes we feel like our options are slim
Hmm.
because either he's gay or he's locked up or he don't like black women.
Mm, no, 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 I don't know. Okay, so how you gonna know? Okay, clearly you know some guys are gay, but how you gonna know if he's gay if he's not? Because that's the first thing women say. Oh, he must be gay because he don't want me. That's what they say. That's when they say that. Oh, he must be gay.
But for the black men, because I love black men. I
Hmm.
love my brothers. I love y'all. I love y'all. I don't know somebody. So I'm in this group, and and you're in it too, brother.
Oh yeah,
I
that
won't
group.
say the name of the group, but they made they were like, can we get a white boy thread going on in here?
Hmm. Hmm.
Or something. They were like, who would date a white man or whatever, blah blah blah. So I comment, I say no shade,
Hmm.
but I like my meat well done.
Hmm.
I mean, but I've seen white guys try to talk. I'm not interested.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not prejudiced or anything, but that's just my
Well,
preference.
that's a preference, yeah, and that's the thing. See, and that's what women got to understand too. Just like you see your preference with the rejection stuff, don't women shouldn't even take it personal. You could, yeah, shoot your shot. I mean, you're open to do. Women can do anything they want to do now. This is not the 1950s, but you might get rejected. Men have preferences just like women have preferences. We don't just have to say yes because you're shooting your shot. You know?
But brother, but okay, so he shot his shot.
Mhm.
He dunked it. So when I was like, okay, well, when are we gonna hang out? Like I took the initiative. Like, okay, when we gonna kick it? Like when we gonna chill?
Mhm.
Like, what do you like? I asked him, like, what do you like to eat? Like then it was, oh, I'm going fishing with my son.
Oh yeah.
But then you were saying, so I was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'll wait till I get to Atlanta. So y'all Houston men, don't do it. Because I'm leaving anyway.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait till I get to Atlanta
Yeah.
and
When
shoot
you get
my
the
shot.
opportunity, that's something he said, I guess, because when you get the opportunity, if he really wanted to deal with you like that, he wouldn't. He'd have moved some stuff around. So yeah,
That part.
I can't even help. I can't help the brother out. I can't even do it.
That part. That's why I say, like, so I was like, okay, let me go and take the initiative. Like I'm texting. I'm like, okay, but what you got going on this weekend? Well, this was like a few, like a few weeks ago when I said that. I was like, okay, well, what's up? Let's like, what do you want to go eat? What do you like to do? Blah blah blah. He was like bowling. I was like, okay. He was like, well, what bowling at? So I'm thinking that we hanging out that Saturday, and then he was like, oh, I'm going fishing with my son. Okay, well, that was my son's birthday weekend anyway. I went and
Mm-hmm.
hung out with my son. I took my son out to eat. We went and had a ball.
Mm-hmm.
That part. So that was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You gotta move on. That's time waster. You know, gotta move
so
on.
that's why I say, like, I shot him a text today because he checked on me. He was like, how's everything going over there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I'm straight. Blah blah whatever. So we'll talk about that after the show. After the show. So any brother going into this, how much back and forth is too much? Oh, let me say this. I think what is too much is when we've exhausted every option or every any tools that we had to try to
Mm-hmm.
fix the relationship. Like at that point, somebody have to get off that ride. If we have exhausted everything that we tried to do to fix this relationship, at some point we just got to be done with it. I mean, at some point,
Yeah.
how much back and forth is too much.
No, I agree. Yeah, that's a personal thing. So men for the men.
Come on, tell your
Think
story.
they think yeah. Yeah, no, for the men, I'm not gonna tell that story. For the men, I think we are more patient with some stuff, or we just look at it from a whole different angle. Um, we got somebody like the female, we into it, we all into it. We're least likely to want to just leave that situation. As far as if and I'm not even saying I'm saying outside of cheating. If we cheating and obviously if we're not happy, something going on or whatever, we're not talking about cheating. I'm just talking about in a situation we can't see eye to eye. Men are
Mm-hmm.
less likely to leave that situation once they are all in. They're going to try to adapt and make it work and whatever. Um, so I think most times that decision of what's too much and what's how long it's been going with the back and forth and what's too much for them is going to come from the woman's side majority of the time. She's going to be the one that's going to pull the plug and be like, nah, that's too much. You know, um, I think men in general, look at it like, okay, I'm gonna be uh I remember when I didn't have none, and I'm gonna be without any. So, damn, I got to get back out here and try to get another. So I think that's the biggest reason I think a lot of men don't pull a plug when they should actually, because they think about when they didn't have it. Think about that sock over there and that lotion,
Did you say the sock?
the sock and the lotion. No, no, she ain't that bad. She ain't that toxic. We all right. Uh,
But I think how much back and forth is too much. Like I say, when you've done everything to try to salvage the
mm,
relationship, or how many conversations have y'all had about the same thing,
mm,
and it doesn't change.
mm,
Because after a while, like you were saying before, I want to say a few episodes back, you said, a woman has a biological clock. So
yep,
we don't want to consistently keep wasting our time with one person when it's another person out here that's willing to do everything that I wanted you to do.
mm-hmm,
And then it's like you don't realize, like they say, you don't never miss the water till the well runs dry.
true.
But again, that goes back to when we were talking about commitment. See, and this was, like I say, this was such a perfect topic because everything really all flows together. Is
Mm,
this back and forth? Because again, They're not glamorizing healthy committed relationships. They're glamorizing women being side chicks and
Mm.
men being whores. So it's, oh girl, don't go back, don't go back. And then you got your homegirls, you got your homeboys. Man, leave that alone, leave that alone. Then you got your homegirls that are telling, girl, leave him alone. He ain't no good, girl. He ain't gonna change. Y'all done been through this. Y'all done been together 5 years and he's still doing da 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 da. And then you got the fellas in your ear telling you, man, why you gonna keep going through that with her? That girl, she da da da. So it's like at that point, it gets exhausting. So yeah, I think you are right when you say women are more so the ones to pull the plug on a relationship. We really are. Cause see, it's easy for y'all, like men, and correct me if I'm wrong. It's easier for a man to jump back off into the dating game than it is for a woman. Would you
Um,
agree or disagree?
it depends on the age and where he at. Cause I mean, yeah, this is Atlanta. In Atlanta, it's super easy. You know, you got a 20 to 1, probably more than that. The last figure I heard was 20 to 1. So you got a 20 to 1, ratio. Um, I don't think too many men gonna think twice about jumping back off and okay, well, you know, but for a female, it's gonna hit different. You know, if you got to get back out in the streets, it's gonna hit different. Um, but it all, like I said, it all depends on what happened. You know, what was the reason for the breakup? So I think we all have in the back of our mind um that point, that point of no return or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, I don't accept this. This is a deal breaker. So it depends on if they hit the deal breaker or not. But yeah, I would say in general it's easier for men to get back out on the thing. Now I don't think they want to do it because, like I said, our focus is more sexual based or whatever. If it was relationship based, then it wouldn't be easy for us. It was like, okay, we got to go through all this, and if we're trying to get in a relationship, we got to do that. But it's just hookup culture right now. It's swipe left, swipe right. Situationships, all that other stuff. So, um,
Entanglements.
yeah, it's easier for us. Um, yeah, but I think women, um, I think women being relationship based, they're looking at it from that viewpoint. Getting another relationship, because a lot of women don't get in another relationship soon, like real soon, because you got the baggage, emotional baggage and stuff, and the trust factor. Trying to find somebody you could trust, and then on top of that, if you have kids, then you got to put that factor into it. Do I trust them around my kids?
Mm.
All kind of things. So it's a difficult situation for women, I think, because of that.
The smart woman would consider who she brings around her children. You got some women that don't care. They bring every time Dick and Harry around their children just to see they have a man in the house.
Hmm.
But like I said, with that back and forth, that's that toxic situation.
Hmm.
How much toxicity are you willing? I hope I said that
That's
correctly.
right. You're
Is
right.
that the
You're right.
word?
You got it. You got it. Mhm.
Are you willing to endure?
Yeah.
How much of the back and forth are you willing to endure? Because not only does this back and forth take a toll on you mentally, I mean emotionally, but mentally.
Hmm.
Because you become mentally exhausted of the back because it's the same thing. I'm going back to the same thing, the same dude or the same girl. It's gonna be the same thing.
Hmm.
And after a while, like I say, it gets exhausting. To me, it gets exhausting. That back and forth, break up or we keep saying, okay, well, you go see other people, and I'm gonna go see other people, and then y'all get back together. I mean, that's my last relationship was like that. All that old back and forth, the shit got tiring.
Hmm.
And then most of the time, some of y'all men already have another relationship y'all already in. Y'all just be waiting on us to pull the plug on a relationship.
Yeah, or we already got an eye on somebody, like, been flirting.
Right. Right. Y'all sure do, honey. But like I say, baby, that back and forth, that just that's too much. So do you think that's a form of a toxic relationship, the back and forth? That's not a question I posted, but just a random question that just popped up. Do you feel like that's toxic?
Um, the- I think it breeds toxicity. I think because while you doing that, your feelings are still plugged in while you doing that. So, um, one person's feeling a certain type of way. Like I said, it depends on the situation, but you know, you're still plugged in emotionally. You're still, especially if you're doing having sex when you come back, right? You s- you just you constantly, okay, plugging in. Your energy is constantly being, that energy. Oh well, I don't want to be with him no more, or I don't want to be with her no more. But you know, this is a sexual thing, and I think it's hard to separate it. If y'all been in a relationship, if y'all were really truly in love or loving each other, whatever you want to call it, if y'all really had those deep emotional bond and emotional ties, that sex is just it's not just sex. You can't just do sex after that. So that's why I think it breeds toxicity because you just can't do sex. And then at that point, because y'all not really tied doing that back and forth thing, um, now now as a woman, you like, okay, he's doing this out in the streets or whatever, and you internalize that, right? You
Mm-hmm.
internalize a lot of that pain and that hurt and whatever, and don't even understand you're becoming bitter or jaded to the situation of dealing with men because of you dealt with this person too long and going back and forth with him. So I think it does breed a lot of toxicity in both men and women actually.
And
But I
then
think
that really
the
don't,
more
and
y'all
then that goes into why do we do the back and forth? That goes into the commitment.
know.
Children may be involved.
Yeah.
Are we staying for the children? Are we just saying, what? Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just, what? I know him. I know her. How the situation is. You know me. I know you. We got a child together. We got two children together, whatever. So we might as well just stay.
Mhm.
And that's a lot of times why people do the back and forth, for the children, because, we as like you say, and you said this multiple times, you know, we as women coming up, we played with Ken and Barbie, and Ken and Barbie had the Corvette and the Barbie dream house, and then they had the baby and all that. So like you say, we envisioned. So
Mhm.
we really don't want our family to be broken.
Mhm.
So that's why we settle for the back and forth. Oh well, we on the day, we off tomorrow. We on the day, we good for 2-3 months, and then we off for 6 months, and then you know, and then not only just the children, but a lot of us do that because we don't want to see the person with somebody else.
Yeah, that's true too. Don't want to see the other person happy. That's part of toxic behavior also. Because I don't want to see, oh, look at him over there, or see pictures. Oh no, yeah, that's unacceptable. He looking happy, so that means, look, if he's happy over there, you know what that means? That means you the one that have the problem. So that's why people don't want to see the other person happy because they feel like they're the problem. Yeah,
Right. And then too, and then what I have tried to tell a lot of people, y'all better stop believing what people post on social media because
yeah.
married baby, I'm trying to think who posted that. Somebody made a post the other day and said, hold on, let me go to it. Let me go to this. They made a post, and when I tell you this resonated with everything, uh let me see. It says, hold on, I'm trying to find the post he made. He said, come on. I'm really trying to find the post. He was saying something, everybody. Everybody single ain't lonely, and everybody married ain't happy.
That's true.
So yeah, so
That's
when it
true.
comes to that back and forth, like I say, more 50% of the time we stay for the children, the other 50% because we don't want to see that other person with somebody else. I think that's really why we do the back and forth. And then like I was saying at the beginning, who nobody wants to start over.
No, they don't.
Everybody is just like, you know what? I just want to be with this person, and I'm just gonna chill with this person and be done. And then you got some people, and then you got men and women that like that.
Hmm.
They like the thrill.
Yeah, like you said, hey, and that thrill is basically the sex. At the end of it is it's the crazy emotional sex that you're gonna have because you don't know if that person is gonna be with somebody else. That person gonna be gone tomorrow, so you trying to put it all out on the table today. So that's what it is.
And it always happens. That I mean, that's the starter. That's the I mean, you hit it on the head because it's always that what you doing. We'll shoot you that text and y'all respond because y'all be waiting on us to text or we be waiting on y'all to text. And then
Hmm.
I come through over there. And you like and and I'm like, oh, you cool? Oh, what you cooked up in here? And you like, oh yeah, I did a little something, something. You want to come in and sit down or something? And then I go on your refrigerator because, like I say, I'm going to give me a little bottle of water or something. I see the little Stella Rosa, and that's the flavor I
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
So you already
Got you ready. Got you set up ready.
because you like, man, you trip you. Because the first thing y'all say, man, you gonna come through, man, come holler at me, man, let's talk about this. Or we doing it to you. We texting and we like, all right, okay, man, where you at? That's what we saying to you. Or you by Red House? All right, I'm finna slide through. Because we already know we did already peep where you at, so we pull up. And Reg, he like me. He like, man, go on talk to your dude. He hitting you, he nudging you. You
Uh-huh.
smiling on the inside, but you got to stay hard. Cause you done told Reg, man, I'm done with her. I'm done with her.
Yep. Yeah, talk that shit.
You done told Reg you done with me. I pull up. And before you know it, we talking and you like, man, go on run me. Can you run me to the store? And that's how it started.
Yep, that right there. Got him. Got him.
Man, go on shoot me to the little store right here. You go, and that's how it go. But I mean, but like I say, after a while, man, that back and forth, it really does take an emotional toll on a person. Men too. Let me address this too. Men too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get tired, and you just like, you know what? I've done all I could do with her. I'm done. I don't know how many other ways I could sit down and have a conversation with her, and she does this. Um, and sometimes y'all men, like I said, y'all put a plug on a relationship because y'all become mentally exhausted and emotionally exhausted.
Yeah, I think when we pull it, it's more of a like we do a mental checklist, right? It's like okay, and this even before the makeup or breakup happened too. I mean, this part of the part of the breakup process. It's like okay, is the sex that good to be putting up with all this shit every time I come home? You start weighing the pros and cons. Okay, damn, the sex good, and she do that little thing right there, but every time I come home, I gotta deal with her shit. Like I gotta hear everything. I can't get a moment's peace. And you start weighing it, like, then she'll put something on, and you're like, oh shit, we, but you know what's the saying is, think with your big head, not your little head.
Right,
I think as age happen, right, we start to listen less to the little head. So in the beginning, when you're young, yeah, you gonna uh Nicole said men do a booty headache ratio. That's what it is too. A booty headache ratio. That's what it is. It was
right.
how big the headache is and how. Okay, the booty real big too. So, uh, dude, which one bigger?
So I'm willing to deal with the headache because the booty big.
Yeah, because or it's good, or or she doing them special tricks. You know, that's
And
what it
it,
boils down
but then too, brother, that's that for show coochie.
to, and that too.
That's
You
that
don't have
for
to be out in the
show.
market hunting. You don't have to be hunting no more.
I had a homegirl, I was telling her the other day, I say, girl, I say, do you really think a dude is gonna give up for show coochie, for iffy coochie?
No.
Because she dealing with a dude that has a wife. And I was like, girl. She's like, you know what I be trying. I say, let me tell you something. I say, he know that when he call and pull up, he gonna get him some.
Mm-hmm.
Cause see, with the wife, sometimes when you have in-house coochie, sometimes that ain't always for show coochie. That be iffy coochie, depending on how we feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We can have a whole attitude and hell no, you ain't getting none. And we done rolled up, we got our big girl panties on.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what big girl panties, I'm them period
Yep.
panties.
Yep. Try
We done put
and
the
it
period
don't
panties on.
you be having period three weeks out the month. It's still
We got
down.
the big panties. And I say, so that's why he comes to you, because he know you for show coochie.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's the back and forth. And that could be another thing tied into with the back and forth with a dealing with a side chick.
Mm-hmm.
We could open a door on that one, brother.
Yeah.
How much back and forth is too much when it
And
comes to being a side piece?
okay, so let's think about this too. Let's go back to the relationship with the main chick, right? The main chick, the
Okay.
whole back and forth. Let's say it's a whole back and forth thing between us, right? And while you doing a back and forth, he meets somebody. So he coming back because he knows what's going on, but he still meets somebody, and he ain't good with that one. So then now we got a whole situation because after that, which one do I? This one tripping. She gonna do it back and forth with me, but then I got this one over here. So it gets messy. So and that then when the woman find out, then like I said, once again she'll be the one to pull the plug because hey, what we doing back and forth?
The woman could be the one, but then too the man could pull the plug also.
Mm. I think okay, so for the one he don't know, he don't know what that's gonna be like. So I and especially if you ain't slept with her. So if you ain't slept with her, I don't think that'll be It depends. Yeah, it depends. It
So
depends on
say he has, okay, so let's say,
in general. I
so
don't think so.
so let's do this. So me and you were dating. Me and you, we've been dating for 5 years. Okay, we didn't been through the up and down, the back and forth. All of that other good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So on one of our fourth period, our back periods. Let me say that one of our back periods,
Mm-hmm.
you meet somebody.
Mm-hmm.
She piques your interest. You having a grand little old time. She makes you laugh and all that. And y'all didn't slept together. This was during our back period, not the fourth, where you then came back. But
Mm-hmm.
okay, maybe I said that. Maybe I said that wrong. But anywho, on one of our off periods,
Mm-hmm.
so you slept with her, blah blah blah, whatever, and you come back, and this chick tells you you have to make a decision.
Right. I mean, and that's what you got to do. You got to weigh your options. You in the driver's seat. You got to weigh your options. It depends. It depends on what she got going on. It depends. I'm okay. So I'm gonna tell you this. Majority of the time when that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dude go for the majority of times. The dude's gonna go for the first thing he know he get to. If he's on an off period, he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna go to he's gonna go for the first thing, the easiest thing. You
Okay.
know, what they said, electricity always goes the path of least resistance. He's gonna go with the path of least resistance. If he's off on, he if his my feeling's still tired. I know we had something, we got something. or we got kids or something, so it's gonna be the easiest thing. That's why when women be like, well, how he cheat with that, and she looking at the girl, and the girl don't look nothing like her, not don't match up to what she got going on, but like he didn't did a downgrade is because he went to the path of least resistance. He didn't jump on something that he know he could get when he needed.
Mm.
So like I said, it depends. If she not, she might not be up to par. She might just be one of them things. So and he ain't gonna leave her for one of them things. Just one of them something to do things.
So how do you know that that's not just a something to do thing?
How do who know? The woman? She don't know. She not gonna know. She's not privy to the information.
Mm.
She will never. She won't know until he tell her.
Well, I mean,
Because is it stable? Is the relationship stable? Think about it. Is the relationship stable? If you're going back and forth, that's not a stable relationship.
no, it's not.
You know, he can't count on you to get what he needs from you. If we're gonna break it down to just simple, like just as simple as possible, the simplicity of it, he's not. He can't. Hey, if I feel like I want to be bothered with you, I gotta go. I gotta move when you move. So the thing is, do I want to move when you move, or do I want to control my own destiny? A man wants to control his own destiny. That's talking finances. That's talking everything, right? So if he got it, if he you got control of his destiny, no, he's gonna seek something else out. He got to have some kind of backup plan to the backup plan. So how you acting? Are you acting like you want me to be over here? So that doesn't work in y'all favor. That back and forth doesn't work in your favor if somebody else pop up.
No, it really don't. And that's for women too.
Hmm.
If we're out and I just happen to meet somebody on our down period,
Hmm.
I may start exploring my options on that end.
Hmm.
Even though I've been with you XYZ amount of years, and yeah, we have a baby, a child together, or children together, or whatever. Like I say, when women cheat, or when we go searching, we're looking for someone to fulfill our emotional.
Hmm.
And then sometimes, ladies, the grass don't always be green on the other side. So, like that song says, sometimes it's just cheaper to keep her. It's
Yeah.
cheaper to keep
As
her.
long as not, I think as long as not abusive to where um we are we're not abusing each other, and we're not out there bringing other people into it. I think I mean it should be able to be worked out. A lot of times people stop dealing with each other, or get into arguments is for stupid reasons, like ego tripping type stuff.
Then it becomes a power struggle because you got some women that won't allow the man to be the man. And, the men, like I say, they don't want to date a woman that acts like a no limit soldier.
Stumping with her Tims, throw some
Right. Like he wants a
big thing.
woman,
Hmm.
so I don't know.
But and you know what? I'm in that situation right there is like dudes will mess with those chicks, right? Because they're kind of fun. I mean, it's almost like the homegirl situation, like the home, like your friend, and they'll mess with that. But then when you get in a relationship, it doesn't pan out. You don't, nobody's like we're all broken. Black folks, we broken, right? We
Right.
we deal in a certain level of um neglect. Like we've all been on a certain level of neglect, a certain level of pain, a certain level of whatever, poverty, all that stuff, right?
And
So just like no situation looks like a wrong situation. You've been through all that shit, right? No situation looks like a negative situation because we understand from a unhealed place. We understand from a deficit.
Right.
everybody been through the struggle. So okay, we make all kind of excuses or exceptions for whoever's in another struggle. Oh yeah, I deal with that because whatever, and we want to hope for the best. But when you be with somebody on a long term thing, and it's like this ain't it. This ain't it. You know, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You right. Like, I mean, oh boy. I don't know. That back and forth though. I, I think the thrill too.
Mm-hmm.
The chase. Oh, he still want me, she still want me. That comes with the back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know he still want me. All I gotta do is this and boom, he mine. Same way with men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna pull up over it. I'm just gonna pop up.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
that
you know
ego. I
we
still
gonna let
got
you
it.
in.
I still got it.
Especially,
Mm-hmm.
especially if we still feeling it. You know, if we still feeling you, we gonna open the door, we gonna let you in. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Come on in here. What? But deep down we like our heart is racing, it's beating. I'm like, oh, he look good. He's smelling good. Cause
Mm-hmm.
you done came over with that cologne I love. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. Somebody's bent over the couch.
Hey, and that's where all roads always lead when you're doing that. All
And
roads
then
lead back.
when it's done, all said and done, you're looking for your sock.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the kitchen cooking tacos like in Baby Boy. Jordy
Yeah.
and Yvette.
You want a sandwich? You want a sandwich?
She
What
was
you
like, all
want on
right,
your?
I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna clean. Now that there. But then they ended up together at the end though.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's the other problem. So think about it. The images we see like that, the stuff we see on TV, the stuff we see in movies like that, it keeps us in that state of hope that it's gonna get better. Yeah, it's gonna get better. We can work our way out of it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
not realizing that life is life. I mean, life is life. People aren't guaranteed to be together. People aren't guaranteed to be right for each other. We try to force the issue, and that's probably why a lot of back and forth happen. We trying to force things that are not right in the beginning.
And then we talked about that last week. If your relationship starts that way, it's
Hmm.
gonna end that way.
Hmm.
And I'm so glad I even that even popped up in my head about Baby Boy because that was definitely a toxic relationship.
Hmm.
He was sleeping with her. He was sleeping with both baby mamas.
And a friend at the job, I wouldn't do that, girl. I wouldn't. No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
But the thing about it, he never slept with the girl at the job. He never slept with her. They got to the point, but he was like, in that moment, he thought with the right head and was
Mm-hmm.
like, nah, I can't do this. But they back and forth because it was almost like he was forced to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you want to be with? But I think at the end of the day, the little girl mama, Peanut, she cut it off.
Probably
I
so.
think
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. Yeah.
she was the one that was just like she got tired of the divorce.
She took herself out of the equation.
She did. She really did. So, what do you think about that?
About which one? Which part of it?
When she finally decided, because you said it, you made it. You were like, women pull the plug on a relationship. She did.
Yeah. Yeah. But she was the outside chick though. because he wasn't with her. So she was the outside chick, and they majority outside chicks want to be the main. So they have the least patience of all because they'll pull the plug first because they're not getting what they want out of the situation. They the one that get left and get the 3 o'clock 3 in the morning calls or the during the day calls and the phone shut off at night. They get all that stuff. So yeah, they not gonna deal with that.
But that, I mean, that whole situation was a great example of a back and forth
Hmm.
of how much of it becomes too much. Because even though she wasn't messing with Snoop Dogg, it was the fact of him knowing that Snoop was over there and
Hmm.
Jordy was jealous.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that's how you got her. That's how she got with him. Though, start taking his calls and stuff from jail because she was trying to make him jealous and got herself in a whole messed up situation.
But like she said, she was lonely. And
Hmm.
he needed somebody to talk to. And she was lonely. And that goes back to when we talked about cheating last week.
Hmm.
Women cheat for emotional reasons. That's why we cheat.
Hmm.
It be the emotional part. At least
Yep.
it was for me.
Hmm.
So I don't know, brother. I don't know. So let's go to this last question for the night before we just summarize everything up. How do you break the cycle of the makeup to breakup, of the back and forth? How do you break that cycle?
Mm. Once again, that's a um. I think so. I have like three different answers on that. Single women, single women, single men. Like, well, not single because you're in a relationship. You back and forth, but I mean without children, men and women that the children aren't involved. Um, I think it's harder in that situation, or you're not going to see it as much as you have kids involved because you just think about yourself with that person. There's no other variables outside of you and that person. So you're always going to want it to work. You're always hoping for the best um, because of that. Um, if like what I gotta say, if that person every time you're around this person, you feel a certain energy, your energy is draining, um, you don't feel yourself, or you have to act a certain way. I think you need to be looking at um, getting away from the situation. I mean, whenever you're away from the situation, you feel better when you're in the situation. You just need to cut it off. Just cut everything off, all contact. Refuse to see the person. Um, like you need to listen to yourself. Listen to your inner, thoughts or whatever about the situation. Um, for kids involved, I think the best gauge of that is that um, is it okay for your kids? If this is right for your kids, y'all dealing with each other. If that's pain for your kids are going to be gauged. I mean, if they have a problem, if they're suffering from this, you look in your child eyes, and every time y'all arguing, you see that they witnessing this. Hey, you got to let that go. You're damaging your kids, and that's that generational thing. That turns into a generation thing where your kids start playing this out in their life
Mm.
and damage their children, and you'll see it again and again. You need to stop it as soon as possible because of the fact that you got children watching. Um, and I think both of those need to seek therapy in order to deal with that. I think that'll help them break the cycle because they will find out what they're missing in their life. Um, to where they keep going back to the situation, they can't let it go, they can't shake it. A lot of times that ends up being uh, trauma from their childhood or things from their childhood they haven't resolved to where that person represents something that they were missing. Majority of the time for women, I know is that a lot of women did not grow up with fathers in the household, so they're looking for male attention. They were looking for male to fill that hole that they had growing up, and it represents a father figure from it. It represents protection. It represents stability, or feeling feeling like they're not alone. They have somebody that's there with them, even though they're not with them, or they're cheating or whatever. So
Yeah.
they need to go seek out help for that. And for men, I think men see women as in the eyes of their mother, like they see uh, somebody that's supposed to nurture them and everything, and they seek women like that. And the reason why I think a lot of men don't pull the plug also is the fact that they want to envision that woman as they envision their mother. Like she will always be here for me. And that's what they look for. They look for a woman that will always be for him. Got his back. Um, when he's down, and she's gonna help him get out of the bad situations, mentally, emotionally, whatever. And so if he gets stuck on in that sense, the battling back and forth is not going to bother him because he's getting that emotional whatever, that
That
emotional
emotional
connection.
need met.
Say it again.
I say that emotional need. He's getting that
Yeah,
emotional need
he's
met.
getting that met. Even though it might everything else might be going to shit, he still got that one piece that he kind of puts up on a pedestal because of that one piece, and he doesn't see that everywhere else is turmoil. And it's holding back from doing whatever he needs to do, and men don't understand, like, and even men in the same situation that with female and that they didn't have a male to let them know, right? Your business is about your purpose. Your business, a man's business is about his purpose, being about his purpose. A woman is supposed to come and complement that or help him out with that. Him catering, and I'm not gonna say catering like a female catering to a female, but him stopping his purpose to deal with foolishness that the female is bringing about in his life, if it's coming from her, is prevent you from becoming the man you should be.
I believe that's called, would that be considered like a trauma bond?
Yeah, and a lot of that, yeah, that's what black people, majority of black people have that
Oh
trauma, majority, because we come from trauma. So it's like you're gonna find somebody that has the same trauma as you majority of the time. We both come from single parent households. Okay, boom, we understand each other because we both come from single parent households. Um, we've been through. A female might have been through being molested, and they find this super alpha male that they feel protected with, and he's been out in the streets or something, and he been through some shit, so he's got this extreme male alpha bravado, whatever. So, and they get together because of that, but
yeah.
he ends up um I want to say, like, not owning her, but she's becomes like property to him, and she becomes something that he doesn't see as a person. She has to do everything he says, and she's in this position that she don't want to she don't want to buck the system because she fears for her life, but he's providing that alpha male. He's protecting her, but he's also her captor almost.
Mm.
So, we have a lot of trauma bond situations, and it's very toxic. And because of what's happened in this country to us, and we pass it down generation to generation, it's normal. We think it's normal.
And we have to break the cycle. We as women, we have to set those boundaries.
Hmm.
You know, like you was, that goes back to, when you were saying if there are children involved, excuse me, in this relationship,
Hmm.
you have to set boundaries. If you're not calling me and we're not discussing the children, there's
Hmm.
nothing more for us to talk about.
Hmm.
We don't need to sit on the phone like we BFFs and all this, that, and the third. No, that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna sit on the phone like we're BFFs. I'm not saying we can't conversate, but if the breakup is fresh,
Hmm.
We have to establish those boundaries first. And once we establish those boundaries, then hey, well, how you doing today? I may call and be like, man, what's good? What's going on? How you feeling today?
Mm-hmm.
But before all that, the boundaries have to be set. But in regards to how do you break the cycle, when is enough going to be enough? Do you know your worth? Do you value yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Why keep allowing yourself to go through this? Why keep allowing this man to do this to you? Why keep allowing this woman to take you through this? You have to put you first. Self-worth is like the first thing we need to work. Self-value.
Mm-hmm.
Do you value yourself? And like you say, we all come from trauma. Your story may not be my story, but all black men and women, we all share the same story.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how you slice the pie, it's your sister may have been molested by a family member. My sister was molested by a family member. It may not have been us directly, but this is what binds me and you, because you have a loved one that was molested. I have a loved one that was molested. Or it could be as I was saying, that trauma bond. Um, but like I said, we all share the same story. So I think, like you say, that's really why we connect. Black women more so. Again, I'm just reiterating what you just said. We as black women, we didn't grow up with a father in the home. Some of us did. But was it a healthy relationship that you saw with your mom and dad?
Mm-hmm.
So these cycles become normal,
Mm-hmm.
like a sense of normalcy when you see this. So this back and forth, oh, he loves me. Or if we not breaking up to make up, or making up to break up, however y'all want to say it, he don't love me or she don't love me. If we not doing this on a regular.
Yeah.
And then again, we could go back and we could talk about that movie Baby. We could talk about Baby Boy. He was back and forth in between two women.
Mm-hmm.
And then his mama was in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, like you say, somebody has to get off that roller coaster. And you have to there has to be boundaries, especially if there are children. You have to have some set, it has to be some boundaries set up. So breaking a cycle, get off the ride. If you have done everything, if y'all two have done just everything that you can in the relationship, end it. Regardless if you want to see her with somebody else, regardless if you want to see him with somebody else, self-worth is key.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel like you're worth more than this roller coaster ride y'all are on? Are you mentally, physically, and emotionally drained with this cycle? Break it, end it, and take that time to focus and take care of you before you pull somebody else into this cycle.
Yep.
And that's absolutely what we do. When we don't have a door closed, we have a door that's still halfway open. And then here we are involving somebody. Now you done pull somebody else into this
Mm-hmm.
circus, this three-ring circus. We gotta break that cycle. That back and forth and all of that. If y'all have been in therapy, if you've written down a list on the good and the bad of the relationship, and I'm gonna go back to that movie, Why Did I Get Married? Janet Jackson told them on one side, write the good things, on the other side, write the bad things. If the good ways, outweighs the bad, then you fix it. But if the bad outweighs the good, let it go.
You need to let it go.
But the biggest issue with that, brother, you got people that are afraid to be alone.
That's true.
You got people that are scared to be alone. I actually shared a post. Let me see, can I pull it up? I shared this post that says, hold on, let me pull it up. Here we go. The fear of being alone is really the fear of being with yourself. In parentheses, it says your mind. For
Mm-hmm.
one who has done the inner work, solitude is one of the greatest sources of joy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree. Like, I know a lot of people. Like when I was younger, I realized that a lot of people couldn't be by themselves. They didn't. They couldn't be in a room by themselves. They had a problem being without anything going on. Like couldn't be in a room with the TV off, the radio off. They had to have something going on, and that's part of the problem. Also, like they don't want to focus on themselves because if you're alone by yourself, you start thinking about all the things that they have issues with. Uh, Image issues, you know, what's wrong with you. You start thinking about all the stuff that you can fix, and you don't want to think about that. And that's why I think a lot of people don't grow as people. And also with the back and forth, it's like, okay, I'm starting to feel a certain way about myself. I can't focus on you as being the problem because you're not here no more. So yeah, I got to bring you back so I can feel good about myself and
Mm,
focus on you.
mm.
Being the problem. No, I'm not the problem. You're the problem. So if you're gone, it's only me just sitting there.
So do you think so let me ask you this, brother. I know, and of course this is not one of the questions, but do you think that this is why men and women go from relationship to relationship?
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah. That's why they jumping in so quick. Um, you have to be with somebody because it validates you as a person, right? It validates your importance as a person, or gives you a certain sense of worth. Because I could pick up a woman at any point. I could pick up women sleep with me at any point. So I must be the shit. Or men look at me whenever I go out. I dress a certain way, or all the men like me. That boosts your ego. Right now, it don't even have to do that anymore. Right now, it's so simple. People be on social media all day long posting pictures. Your Facebook, Instagram, and they feeding off of these interactions with people that don't even matter to them, but it makes them feel good. So I think that might stop a lot of that back and forth because you're getting that need met from virtually. You're getting virtual, attention. So that might stop a lot of that. We don't know. We haven't really focused on that part of it. We just know that people. Last stat I looked at was like they said that the reason why like relationships are kind of suffering is because of the fact that we have social media so much, and there's no difference than like us interacting with the brain, the way our brains firing, for us actually interacting personally, person to person in front of each other, than it is dealing with somebody on the internet. It's the same thing. You get the same endorphins or whatever firing off in your brain when somebody clicks that heart button or comments something positive. You get the same feeling. Same. Your brain doesn't know any different. So that's what I think. I think that'll stop a lot of this back and forth because if he don't bother me, okay, guess what? I'm online and I just post a picture and oh, they like me. Everybody love me. Oh, everybody love this picture. I'm getting all kind of attention. So, that could be the upside of it. You don't have to do that back and forth as much. But then the downside of it is relationships. We don't have as many relationships anymore.
And
Like
then
people.
you got, and then if you look at these, you like you say social media, and then you look at these rappers.
Hmm.
These rappers, these actors, actresses that break up, and we hear about it,
Hmm.
and then 2 3 weeks later, oh, they didn't snap the picture of so and so with this person, and oh, we thought they break. It looks like did they rekindle their relationship? So
Hmm.
it's like these are goals.
Hmm.
People are like, oh my God, I want to be like this person. Oh my God, goals. That's goals. That's goals. I see the hashtag, excuse me, all the time on Instagram.
Hmm.
with these toxic ass. And I'm like, what's the one little boy? Um, he just had, I think, baby number 9 with Floyd Mayweather's daughter. What's her name? What's his name? NBA young boy.
Young boy. Yeah, young boy. Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
He back and forth with Floyd Mayweather's daughter. They
Mm.
break up, get back together because she got into it because he's got a house
Yeah,
here in
yeah,
Houston.
yeah, baby mama.
She got into it with the other baby
Yeah.
mama.
Mm-hmm.
And now him and Floyd Mayweather daughter not even together. He with somebody else now.
Mm-hmm.
So they glamorize this makeup to breakup. They love that.
Mm-hmm.
So again, in order to break the cycle, self-worth. You have to know your
Mm-hmm.
value. You have to know and you have to understand what your worth is. Why settle to keep going back and forth with somebody that they haven't gotten better? So why keep going back? And until we get to the root of that problem, the cycle's not gonna never end.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna ever end. That's just the way I feel about it. The cycle is not gonna ever end as long as we keep normalizing the bullshit we see on TV when it comes to breaking that cycle. So you keep going through that makeup to break up all you want. You might miss out on your Mr. Right or Mrs. Right because you're too busy messing with Mr. Wrong or Mrs. Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to break that cycle, that old back and forth. As like I say, at some point somebody has to say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm done, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have to say, you know what, Ashley, I'm done, Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
And be able to amicably walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody have to. Somebody have to just say enough is enough. I'm through. I'm not dealing with this no more. You know what? You go your way, I'm gonna go my way. And then here comes the struggle of letting go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's next week's episode. We're gonna be talking about that letting go.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho. Rolling into our final thoughts for tonight. Make up to break up. God. Many of us have been on that roller coaster ride. Some of us are still on the roller coaster ride, men and women. Let it go. Let it go. If you know the relationship is no longer serving its purpose, let it go. Stop trying to force things. That's like trying to force two puzzle pieces to fit together. If it don't fit, stop trying to force it to fit because when you try to force things, it always backfires. It never turns out right for you or the other person. So my thing is, again, if you know the relationship is no longer serving you any type of if let me say this, let me back up and let me reword this. If you see that the relationship has basically ran its course and is no longer serving a purpose to you, let it go. Be okay with being by yourself for a moment while you collectively get yourself together. Or if you know this man, let him go. Let him go collectively get himself together. Just because y'all separate doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be with another woman, or men, it doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be with another man. But if it's really truly meant for y'all to be back together, y'all will come back together. But if it's not, let it go. That's not the only man in the world, and that's not the only woman God made in the world. Let it go. Stop. I cannot stress this enough. Let's start normalizing healthy committed relationships and stop and cutting toxic shit off. Let's stop doing it. Let's stop with the back and forth. Stop using the children in the middle of the back and forth and start doing what's right and what's healthy for you. And if there are children involved, do what's healthy for the children. Because the children don't need to see that. That's not healthy for the children. Because your children are going to grow up. thinking that this back and forth shit is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just gonna go on and on and on and on. So stop it before it even gets to that point. That's my final thoughts on making up to break up. Making up to breaking up. Or breaking up to making up. However y'all want to word it, however you want to see it. What's your final thoughts, brother?
My final. I think one of the things we didn't mention, so I'm gonna take time to say that.
Yes, come on.
Just because you're ending something doesn't mean you're a failure. I think that's one point we missed, that people do that because they think they're a failure in a relationship. Um, Everything doesn't belong together. I mean, it's this is life. You're not promised anything. Um, you fail at everything. I mean, you try. No matter how much you try, some things you're gonna fail. Um, until you get it right. So that could be the point of these relationships. Like you try something different. Um, just because this person is in your life or keeps coming back around doesn't mean that that's the person for you. You have to keep butting your head against a brick wall to try to make that work with that person. You have to get to the point to where you value yourself, your time, your energy much more than what's going on with that person, or seeing yourself with that person, because we only have a short time, on this planet. Only have we don't know what time we're going to leave. We don't know how long we're going to be uh in our right mind, in our right health. We don't know when that's going to happen. So if you're stuck in the same position with somebody that's not getting anywhere, you can't get anywhere with, you're wasting energy going back and forth. Eventually you're going to get to the point to where you can't no longer give it anything else your full energy. You can't do anything else because you spent so much time wasting it. Um, so you could have been with somebody else. It could have been better for you, and y'all could be in a better place. We have
Mm,
to we have to know there's something better. We have to know we deserve better than to go back and forth with somebody. We deserve better than to um, call ourselves holding somebody down when we get nothing out of it. We deserve to get something out of the situation also. So you have to, you just have to realize that everybody, everybody should be wanting the same thing for themselves and for each other, and that's the best. If you want the best for that person you're dealing with, you should want the best for yourself too. Because if you're not right, then that relationship won't be right. So I think,
mm,
like I said, yeah, therapy to figure out, if you have issues, you need to look at yourself first before you even deal with anybody else. Um, we need to stop jumping from situation, relationship, thinking that we're going to just screw our way out of our pain or you know, our trauma, or meet the right person and they're going to get us out of it. They're going to save us from our own situation. It's hardly ever happened that way. Hardly ever happened. You know, that's a pipe dream. That's one of them Disney fantasies. You got to
mm.
do the work. Do the work on yourself. Do the work on your situation. If it's emotional, do the work on that. If it's financial, you get out there and you take care of your own shit. And then once you fix yourself, a whole new world to open up. You have whole new options. You have whole new outlook on life, to where you won't be making bad choices.
Right.
So um, yeah, do the work. That's what it is. There's no shortcuts in life, and start believing that, and don't be afraid to do different things, and go to uncharted territories, so to speak.
Mm,
You know, things that you don't know, that you're not familiar with and you're not comfortable with. Try to do those things. This might be the best thing for you. But that's my final thoughts.
mm. I like that.
I had to think about some deep stuff right quick and
I mean,
challenge.
you had to, because when it comes to this making up to breaking up, it is deep,
Mm-hmm.
because like you just said, we don't want to feel like a failure. And I can't believe I even missed that, even touching on that point and feeling like you failed in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
because we do that and we beat ourselves up for that. And so we go in thinking that, oh, I'm never going to find anybody like this person, or no one's going to, here comes those intrusive thoughts. So I can't believe I missed. I'm just so mad at myself that I missed that part, the failure, because I do see it a lot in relationships. Well,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people I've seen it in relationships. They hold on, like you say, because they don't want to feel like a failure, like they failed. And again, that goes back to their childhood. Mom and dad didn't make it, so guess what? I'm going to be the one to break the generational curse, when in actuality, you're creating another one,
Mm-hmm.
because you're doing this back and forth. And it's unhealthy for you. But to pull back reiterate what you just said, I don't want to feel like a failure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do whatever I can to salvage this relationship. So if that means the back and forth with him or the back and forth with her, I'm going to do what I have to do. And we got to stop that. Self-love. Knowing what you're worth. Knowing how much you're valued. What's your value? Raise your value, baby. Like when they go to Vegas, raise the stakes. In the casino, I'm sorry. Not just Vegas, but whenever you go to the casino, what do they tell you? You want to raise the stakes? Raise the stakes. Stop settling. Just because this relationship didn't work does not mean you failed. Ladies, gentlemen, maybe that just wasn't the woman for you. Maybe that just wasn't the man for you. That doesn't mean you won't find who you're supposed to be with. And stop misconstruing people that you go back. And guess what, brother? Because now you said that, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
Stop misconstruing people you go back and forth with and confusing that shit, talking about that's your soulmate or your twin flame. Oh, okay. We forgot that one. Because we do it. We as women, we do it. Oh, he my soulmate. And we didn't confuse that. All that back and forth. Oh, we're just meant to be together.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, y'all better stop all that. Because it's a big difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. Hmm. So, anyways, oh, y'all already know. Tune in live with your girl every Tuesday, every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all know you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to Black Girl Interrupted on YouTube. And don't forget to catch any recaps on Hits 107.3 The Beat. That is on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 5 Central Time. And so next week, we are actually ending the month of love. We are talking about letting go. When is enough enough? How do you know when it's time to let that relationship go? So that's what we're talking about Tuesday. And then Thursday night, we doing our recap. And then we're going to talk about what's to come for the month of March. So everybody get ready. Don't forget, it's your girl Ashley, the creator of Black Girl Interrupted. And of course, y'all know
Big Brother Will from Black Male Podcast, ADHD Hour Podcast.
And how can they? When can they see you, brother?
You can see me Sunday, Facebook, ADHD Hour on Facebook, ADHD Hour on Instagram, and I don't know my YouTube. I don't never be on YouTube, so I got to get that together.
On YouTube,
That's what I got to work it out. I got to work with it.
it's the ADHD Hour podcast on
Oh, it is
YouTube, so
okay.
you can. Yes,
Okay. Hey, I'm all over the place. I'm
that's what it is because I subscribe to your channel on YouTube. That's how I was watching the other. I try not to watch, but when I see it pop up, I just have to turn the notifications on for it to pop up. For me to see the notifications on YouTube when you go live, so I can just automatically roll over to your YouTube. And because when I see, because the notifies me, I just have to change and just set the notifications for it to notify me on YouTube
okay.
so I can see you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like you. I'm gonna get more focused. I'll be all over the place. So
I know.
next month I'm gonna
Been
be
trying to
working on
keep up,
focusing
been
my.
trying to maintain and watch this and set the notification for this and cut the notification on for that and all that other good stuff. And don't forget, y'all, if y'all are on Clubhouse, look up your girl. I will start hosting rooms very soon on Clubhouse. So, and it will be under Black Girl Interrupted. So come holla at your girl. So, like I say, love, hug, and prayers to everybody in Houston.
Yeah.
All the ones that are without power, I'm still praying for you. To the ones that don't have water, I'm praying for you. For the ones that don't have either one,
Mm,
I'm praying for you again. Houston, the city, y'all really let us down. Y'all really let the citizens of Houston down. There's no way we should have been through this. I believe we are on our own grid, and
mm,
because they were not expecting this surge, the turbines froze, so that's
mm,
why it was this massive power outage. And then they were doing the rolling blackouts,
mm.
and some people who had the rolling blackouts rolled and never rolled back on.
Wow.
So I thank God that I do have power, at least in my bedroom and my bathroom. I'm not cold, I'm not hungry, I'm not naked. So I thank God, and I'll never, ever, ever take power for granted ever again.
Yeah. It's important. People don't think about that. So it's
Man,
gone.
because it's just, whew, it's been crazy, crazy, crazy. But like I say, rain, sleet, hail, or snow, Black Girl Interrupted is going to go on. We're going to roll. And like I say, don't forget, tune in Tuesday. We are talking about letting go, ending a relationship. When is
Hmm.
it time to just walk away? When is it time to throw in a towel? Enough is enough. We letting it flow. And then see y'all Tuesday. Again, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all know where we are. Again, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe to Black Girl Interrupted on YouTube. Set those notifications so you don't miss a show. And I am available on all streaming platforms. Don't forget, y'all, go leave me a review. And any recaps of the shows, you can always tune into Hits, HITZ 107.3 The Beat. And you can actually download the app from your Google Play Store or your Apple Store. So thank y'all for tuning in. I love, 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 love y'all. And again, I will see y'all next Tuesday, same time, same place.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.